Hey guys, welcome back to another beautiful Wednesday with Captain Turtle here. Back at it with American Truck Simulator. I know it's probably not Wednesday when this comes out, it's probably Monday, but I do pre-record all these episodes, so if you hear me saying beautiful Wednesday, it's probably Wednesday when I recorded this episode. Um, Picking this up right where I left off. Big trailer down on the side of the road. And yeah. Don't you dare try and cut up next to me. I'm driving, boy. Nope. There we go. That's the right switch. Oh, I can probably turn that off now. It's annoying. Yeah, so I don't know what I was gonna say. I had something to tell y'all, but now I don't remember what it was. I'm just kind of focused on driving. But yes, a lot of you guys have probably noticed I say a lot of things and they've, already happened in relevance to when I put these videos out. I pre-record all these like up to 3 weeks prior to when they actually come out because I figure it's a little bit easier on me to have my episodes done and recorded ready to come out the 3 days a week that I release them than trying to sit down and record them all and then release them and that whole fight every single other day because I do it Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But usually Wednesday I'll release whatever episode was next in whatever series that I'm releasing, and I'll sit down the whole day and play my games and do my recordings. So like this week I've been doing multiple recordings of this and multiple recordings of Gold Rush. I have quite a few of those already stacked up for you guys. Just so it's a little bit easier for me to remember where I'm at with the series when I release it all. Yeah, this way when it comes to Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I can really just scroll through to my videos in the files that I have and go, oh, that's the next one that needs to come out, so here we go, boom. And that's what we release. But biggest thing I'm really waiting for is Gold Rush the game to come out. Really, really cannot wait for that. By the time this comes out, the game will probably already be here. Well, at least for Xbox, that's what I'm really waiting for. I have it on PC, obviously, I play it. I've recorded it, I'm putting out episodes for you guys, but it's coming out to consoles finally on the 28th. And yeah, I really just can't wait for that. No, stick it back in 15. No, there we go. Shift right, you stupid truck. But yeah, I'm really waiting for that to come out. One of the biggest things I will be doing is probably co-streaming with my buddy. And that way you can see how both of us are doing on each of our claims, see our different mining styles and whatnot. And, we'll do it just probably once a week. We'll live stream on Twitch with each other. We'll co-stream so you guys can all see what we're doing. And we'll try to make that a weekly thing. Me and him are trying to get that all set up with each other because he lives in another state and we both got kids. It's really hard to just kind of dedicate a night to streaming when you have a kid and a wife and everything else, which we both have to deal with. So when I get that all figured out, we will put that link and everything down in the description below. We will figure out what nights we're going to do it, and we will let everyone know. But until then, please go down to the bottom of the video, like and subscribe. Can't English today. I guess I've said that a little too many times in these recordings this week. But if you subscribe, it really helps me out. The more subscribers I get, the quicker I can actually start making some money on these videos. And that means more video games for you guys to watch. Which I know is corny, but it would really help me out too. Because the more money I can get out of this, the more games I can sit here and play all day. And that's all I'm really looking for. Well, I guess I'm taking a detour. That's a little annoying. Almost forgot I'm pulling a trailer on the back of this truck, really. I'm just watching out the front window. I'm not even watching my side mirrors. Just watching out the front window, watching where I'm driving. I figure that's a good thing for me, but I also should be watching my trailer to make sure I'm not hitting things with it. Like doing lane changes like that, I really should be watching my mirrors to make sure no one's there before I just go crashing into people. So I guess it's having me do a really stupid turnaround here. I'm not going to make that light. Bad switch there. I keep forgetting what switch is which in this thing. These roads are not wide enough to be pulling these trailers on, I swear. Like, I am all the way out on the curb. I guess this trailer is just so big, it's still going to ride that curb over there. This is just kind of dumb if you ask me. Has me go up into the town, do a full turnaround to get back on the freeway and continue where I was going. Because they decided to close the freeway down. I really should have just plowed through those barriers like I usually do. Because this is just overly complicated and stupid. Sorry about the blinker annoyingness, guys. It's just, I'm really trying to avoid the fines right now because the more money I can keep in the account, the better the truck I can buy later on, and things will be way better off for us. Because I don't want to have to get a day cab where I can only do local runs. I want to be able to get a sleeper cab truck, which is quite a bit of money, especially for the one I want. Level of stupidity here for this is just annoying. But Only 10 minutes in this video. We should be able to finish this load. I know I'm getting a little behind because of that turnaround, but that happens sometimes in this game. You get really turned around and gotta kind of take a longer route, and sometimes it sucks. But we should be able to finish this and start another one for the next video. Hopefully here soon, because I'm going to try and push it as hard as I can. You know, I'd really like to play on some, I guess, a dangerous road, some with a lot more turns, higher up in the air, cliffs, whatnot. Not with a trailer like this, of course, but just, you know, a normal trailer. Say something just coming back from Montana to Arizona, I don't know. That'd be pretty fun, because I've been from Montana to Arizona in a car, and there's a lot of high cliffs, steep roads, really sharp turns. It's kind of a fun drive altogether. I miss doing it every couple years to go see my cousins. Let the engine brake do its job there. Love having an engine brake. It's so nice in these things. Really just stops you from everything. Finally roll into 16th gear here. Only a few more miles. It's not terrible. One of the next videos, when I can get around to driving that far, we'll probably do a long distance trip and a little bit longer video. We'll drive out to Cali and drop a load. That's usually a fun drive because it usually ends up being at night and through the valley, through the mountains and whatnot. It's kind of fun. Personally, I hate actually driving to California because I do it just about every other year with my wife, but never liked it. Better start slowing down now. No. Gotta figure out how to turn those off. There we go. Losing time on my gears here because I'm not paying too much attention to what's actually going on. Really hard thing to do when you actually have a 8-shifter you have to move yourself. Is watching the game, your shifter, your feet. I know you're not really supposed to do all that, but sometimes my brain just goes ADD and decides to watch everything I'm doing to make sure I'm doing it right. And especially with shit like that where I'm trying to downshift and watch the screen to make sure my trailer's not going off that little cliff ledge there, make sure I'm downshifting correctly. It's just something I gotta do every now and then, especially with a big trailer like this on the back end. You want to keep it downshifted every now and then to keep it in the gear you want and keep it from rolling and going crazy. Get this thing in here. Let's just go where should I place it? And it's gonna have me put it right in front of me. Come on, truck. Don't be stupid. Trying to get this thing in there as much as I can. But I don't think it's really going to fit in that parking spot, especially with my truck connected to it. I'm going to have to go all the way up into the fence. And it's just not going to count it, so we're just going to skip that. And we still got a little time, so yeah, whatever. I know. Continue. Job market. What I want to do actually is go to the world map. No, I don't want to do that actually. Stop it. I don't want any of that. I want to truck dealers. We'll just go to buy online. Oh, well, fine then. Yes, I want to travel there. The cheapest truck is 117,000. Well, I want that, because that's not it. Well, that's Cascadia, but I want that. Possibly. Is there really a difference there? 1,600 foot-pounds of torque. 2,050. And back to that. I want this. And I'm not even going to be able to get that for a while. So the first truck we're going to have to get is this. But this is what it is. It's a day cab. It's going to cost $117,000. That's going to be a pain. Especially to get that much money. Here we go. Actually, we'll take that one. A little bit less money, but probably a better trailer. Home accessories. It's probably just a normal box trailer, which will be nice. Easier to control than a big, hefty one like the last one. And a Kenworth. Started out in second. I'm not no baby. I don't start in first gear. Well, we're going to kind of be stupid with this trailer and just kind of fly this thing as fast as we can. So we'll get as far as we can within 34, 35 minutes. We'll see how it goes. Because I'm going to honestly just fly through these gears. I'm going to fly this thing down the freeway as fast as I can without getting in trouble. So good thing the signs in this game pretty realistic. So if you really don't have your GPS up or you don't feel like having the GPS on the screen like I do, then you can just watch the signs and it will kind of lead you to where you're going. At least city-wise, like heading to LA like this. I'm just watching the signs for LA. I'm barely watching my GPS at all. Back in 13 because this is a grade. Better to have a lower gear and push up the grade. Even though this is a pretty light trailer. Nope. Missed shifting gears because I'm doing it two-fingered. So this is probably the hardest part of this game, guys, is when you first start out. You're a company driver, you don't own your own truck, you don't own anything. You have your own business space, but no trucks to work out of it, and, you know, nothing. You can buy your own trailers in here, but that's another couple $100,000 you got to put out after. If you're anything like me, I'll just go buy that Freightliner day cab, and I'll turn it into a sleeper cab by buying all the accessories and buying everything for it. Because you can buy the extended frame, buy the sleeper, buy everything for it, and just throw that all on there. Put the bigger motor and end up turning it into the one you want. Plus, I usually have custom paint on mine, all the lights and horns and everything. Racing trucks now, boys. Just trying to get out there as fast as I can. Just trying to go as fast as I can right now without getting in trouble. So if I see a cop or a nice turn, I gotta slow down. But we're looking like we're doing pretty good for now. I'm going to just keep pushing as hard as I can. We're going to run this thing really far as we can get out there without having to stop the video. I probably won't make it, but we'll see. Trying to text, that's a bad idea right now. I'm doing 78, 79 miles an hour in a truck with a trailer loaded up on the back end. Throw it into 18th and we'll just start flying. Get out there as fast as we can with this stuff. Should be a pretty straight shot, but we'll see. I don't know if you guys can see it as well as I can, but the miles per gallon on this thing, it's terrible. My Ford diesel truck that I had got better gas mileage than this. This is 3.5 miles to the gallon. That is terrible. I didn't know semis were that bad. Damn. I thought they got at least like 9 or 10, not 3. And this truck's tank is almost empty. I really hope it makes it. Because I'm going to just book it until I get there. Just got to be on the lookout for all the cars next to me here. Make sure one of them's not a cop because they will fine me for speeding. I have all my fines and stuff still turned on. Figured this game I'll keep it a little bit more realistic for y'all. Even though this part isn't, but this is just because this is my little, I guess, dumb fun of being a truck driver in my world. Speed if I want to. If I see a cop, I'll slow down. Like this. Nice turn. I should probably just keep it a little bit down geared to make sure I don't flip the truck over. Just keep rolling on. Already Ehrenberg, that means I should be in California in no time. I'm hoping I can keep pushing a little bit harder and just get out there. Alright, slow down, slow down. Don't want to tip the truck over. Don't want to damage this, it's not my truck. One of the biggest things I do in this game too, after I get my own truck and get it built to where I want it, is I'll usually get the truck, I'll run a bunch of loads with it, I will get the money to build it up to where I want it, sleeper and all, motor, sleeper, you know, all of it. That cop just pulled up behind me, so we're gonna down gear here. But I'll get the other truck built up to where I'm really happy with it. And then what we'll do is I'll usually take that one, do a bunch of loads with it again after I've got it built to where I want it to be. And then I will, I'll usually go hire another driver. And with that other driver being on my team, I use him to run that truck, and I go back to being a company driver like this where I do quick jobs and I run trailers wherever. And then once I get enough money again, I go buy a second truck and I start building that up, using it, doing whatever I got to do with it. Just because, you know, the more money you can get in at once, the better. So having another driver on the company is really good because they'll bring in money for you. Of course, you have to pay them, and, you know, part of the money they make goes to them. But depending on the load, a good $2,000-3,000, maybe more, goes to you. Which to me is great. It's just another couple $1,000s on top of what you make with your trailers and everything. So I like to do that. But until we can get the $100-something thousand to go buy that truck, we're gonna have to be a company driver like this. I'm gonna have to use my voice to text my wife back here. Yes, give me a second. There we go. Got her texted back. That way I don't get in trouble today. Not paying attention. I don't know if that cop's still behind me, but we're gonna just push it. We're gonna go for it. We're gonna haul it again. We're gonna slam this thing out there. Get this thing back in 18th gear and just start hauling. 18 wheels of steel hauling. That was the first game I ever saw that actually got me into wanting to play this game. I'm pretty sure it's the same creators. I'm I'm not too sure right now. My memory's going to crap. But I remember watching videos of that when I was a lot younger, and I always wanted to buy the racing wheel setup that I have now and whatnot to do it. Because I would watch all these other guys playing it, and it looked so fun. Doing this is such a fantastic thing, and I have everything to do it now. I have the big, tall shifter adapter. I have a 6-speed shifter that I adapted it to. And that's how you see me flying through these gears right here. I have the G27 racing wheel, 3 pedals, gas, brake, clutch. The steering wheel itself with 6 controls and paddles if I ever do go back to my racing stuff. But no, I do love this stuff. There's always been something about big trucks that fascinated me, and I always used to wonder why I wanted to be a truck driver growing up. Like, I knew my one grandpa from my mom's side was a welder. I knew that for a long time. Yeah, I have his union buckle and everything, and I love welding. I figured that out once I saw that he was a welder, but I've always wanted to be a trucker too, and I kind of wondered why. I was like, well, where does this come from? Like, was someone in my family a trucker that's, it's kind of in my blood, or what? Well, for the past 23 years, my grandma, from my dad's side, only told me my grandpa worked for the brewery. Didn't tell me what he did or anything, just told me he worked for the brewery. So I'm over here thinking, oh, he just worked in the brewery and that's why he was a drunk and everything else. No. Come to find out, my grandpa was a trucker for the brewery in New Jersey. Well, that explains it. He used to run big old school Western Stars and whatnot. I actually got to see a few pictures of him while I was out there that my grandma had tucked away that I'd never seen before. Was really nice. I learned a lot of things that year. Figured out where some of my likes and stuff came from, where why I've wanted to do this stuff. And yeah, she answered it all for me, and that was it. My grandpa was a trucker. It's really cool. Him and I guess my great uncle were truckers for the brewery, which was kind of nice to find out, see that it's kind of was a family thing. My dad worked on the railroad, so in a sense, just another version of trucking, hauling stuff across the country in a train instead of a truck. But my dad did that for a long time before he moved out here to Arizona with my brother and my mom. And they had me, of course. And, well, here we are, 25 years later. Happy birthday to me. Speaking of, it's my birthday. Yep, I saw that coming up. Running out of fuel. When we're in the middle of nowhere. Of course I start running out of fuel now. This stupid company gave me an empty truck. So now I gotta book it. Get to a gas station before it dies, hopefully. And I don't think we're gonna make it here. I think what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to pull over here and we're gonna have to end this video, and I will pick up with you guys next time. With American Truck Simulator with Captain Turtle. So until next time, guys, please go down to the bottom of the video, like and subscribe. It would help me out a ton so I can get more games played for you, and I will see you guys next time. Later.